Hello kings and queens and everyone in between, my name is JJ and welcome to Skincraft. Today we're diving deep into one of the most frustrating skin struggles out there, brown spots. Whether it's from sun damage, melasma, or post-acneic pigmentation, they're stubborn. But the good news, there are powerful at-home ingredients that can fade them. So let's break down what works and what doesn't, and how to build a hyperpigmentation fighting routine that actually delivers results. Hi, my name is JJ, and if you're new to my channel, I'm a medical aesthetics consultant with almost 20 years in the industry. My main priority during that time was to sit down one-on-one with my patients, assess their skincare goals, and determine which energy-based device would be best suited for their needs. I also provide in-depth consults on facial balancing via facial fillers, as well as biostimulators, and creating curated, medically assisted weight loss protocols for my patients, as well as plastic surgery, while making sure to incorporate health and wellness protocols. And now I'm bringing all of this knowledge to you. So let's jump into today's topic. First things first, you need to know your pigmentation type. Not all pigment is created equal. Before you even touch a product, you need to know what type of pigmentation you're dealing with. Sunspots, aka age spots, come from cumulative UV exposure. They're fairly superficial and typically much easier to treat. Melasma, on the other hand, is hormonally induced. It's often patchy, triggered by heat, sun, and estrogen fluctuations. It's also chronic and typically resides much deeper within the skin. And then there's PIH, or post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. These are the dark spots left over by post-acneic issues, eczema, and even bug bites. Why does this matter? Because the deeper and more hormonally driven the pigment, the more gentle, consistent, and strategic we need to be when trying to remedy the issue. So let's jump into topicals that can help arrest the melanocyte development giving you an issue. First up is Hydroquinone. She's the controversial queen of pigmentation treatments. Hydroquinone works by inhibiting tyrosinase, an enzyme your skin uses to make melanin. Less melanin equals less visible pigment. And it's one of the only FDA-approved skin lightening agents. Hydroquinone is best for sunspots, melasma, and post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. Although hydroquinone does come in over-the-counter strengths, it's typically prescribed by your treatment provider. Over-the-counter strengths usually come in 2%, whereas prescription can range from 4 to 8%. You typically want to use hydroquinone for a 90-day period of time unless your treatment provider says otherwise. Ceasing use earlier than prescribed could trigger a rebound effect. But here's the tea, overuse can also cause hyperpigmentation rebound, and in rare cases, ochronosis. Ochronosis can cause a bluish-gray tint within the skin. So treat this ingredient like a powerful prescription, with respect, guidance, and supervision. Next up is Tranexamic acid, melasma's gentle nemesis. Hydroquinone might be the heavyweight champ, but tranexamic acid is a silent assassin of melasma. Tranexamic acid works by calming a key step in the pigment creation chain. Specifically, it blocks plasminogen. Plasminogen gets overactivated in melasma-prone skin. Tranexamic acid is great for melasma and can even help to mitigate sun damage. It comes in topical serums or compounded oral versions. Depending on how severe the sun damage or melasma, at times, I may recommend that my patient use tranexamic acid in the daytime while using their hydroquinone-based products at the night. And best of all, tranexamic acid is suitable for all skin types. It also pairs nicely with almost all topicals and doesn't cause the irritation that other pigment-reducing agents can. Next, let's talk about kojic acid. We need to give a quick shout out to Mother Nature because kojic acid is derived from fermented rice and mushrooms. It's been a secret weapon in Eastern skincare for years. Kojic acid also inhibits tyrosinase just like hydroquinone, but it's much more gentle. It can also be combined with other skin brightening agents such as vitamin C or arbutin. It's great for sunspots and PIH, and it does pretty well with melasma as well. The downsides to kojic acid could be potential irritation if not formulated properly. Think of kojic acid as hydroquinone's softer botanical cousin, with surprisingly strong results, especially when layered with the right friends. But let's look at some other topicals you shouldn't miss. Pigment typically doesn't fade by using just one ingredient or product alone, so let's introduce a couple more options that can be layered together. Azelaic acid. Azelaic acid works as an anti-inflammatory agent as well as a pigment suppressor. It's amazing for acne and rosacea-prone skin. Next up is niacinamide. Niacinamide reduces pigment transfer between skin cells. It also strengthens your barrier, suppressing unwanted irritation. Next we have arbutin. Arbutin is a natural derivative of hydroquinone, and it also reduces pigment over time. Retinoids can also be helpful as they speed up cellular turnover, fading sunspots and post-acneic pigmentation. These are the unsung heroes that can complement your anti-pigment routine, especially when combined strategically. So what can you mix and what should you skip? Some skincare combos are power couples and others are total disasters. Great combos include tranexamic acid and niacinamide, kojic acid and arbutin, azelaic acid and retinol on alternating evenings, or mandelic acid with azelaic acid. However, you want to avoid mixing hydroquinone with strong acids. This can create unnecessary irritation or damage your skin barrier, which could potentially lead to more pigmentation. So keep it cute and don't overcomplicate it. So who's the real villain when it comes to pigmentational issues? Inflammation. If you irritate your skin, it could potentially lead to more pigmentation. Inflammation is literally pigment's best friend. Signs of skin barrier damage include stinging, redness, flaking, and irritation when applying certain topicals. To avoid any issues, always pair your actives with barrier-building moisturizers, SPF, and the right serums. Speaking of SPF, if you don't your SPF, you're just wasting all of the aforementioned products. Every brown spot could come right back if you don't protect your skin. Always use a broad spectrum SPF of 30 or higher and reapply every 2 to 4 hours, especially when treating melasma. It's not optional, it's the foundation of every pigment treatment plan. So let's build your routine. Now that we've gone over all of our ingredients, let's turn them into a routine that you can actually stick with. For instance, in the AM, you can use a gentle cleanser and then layer your tranexamic acid with niacinamide under your SPF. In the evening times, you can alternate between azelaic acid or kojic acid, followed by a ceramide or peptide-based moisturizer. You can also sprinkle in a retinoid 2 to 3 times a week if well tolerated. Start slow, patch test, and give it time. Fading pigment takes patience and consistency. Slow and steady wins the race. If you've got brown spots or melasma, don't give up. The right combo of ingredients can change your skin. It just takes strategy and a little skincare science. Drop your skincare concerns down below in the comments and I'll help guide you through your journey. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share if you found this video helpful. In the next video, I'll be going over in-clinic platforms such as laser and IPL. Which platform is better for pigment and melasma? Okay guys, see you in the next one.